Video is going to review graphing from slope-intercept form. And let's look at a few of these together, just as a little review. Chances are you probably learned this last year. So a graph like number one, problem like number one, my slope is -1 and my y-intercept is 3. And here's the basic form of the equation in slope-intercept form. Remembering that m stands for slope, b is the y-intercept, which is where you will cross the y-axis. So it's a point where x is 0 and whatever value y needs to take on. So just some basic review information. So here I need a place to start on the graph. I'm going to start with b is 3. That's my starting point. My slope is my slope is -1. So m is -1. And let's plot some points. So if I move down, that's considered negative, and if I move to the right, that's considered positive. So there would be my next point. I would go down 1 and to the right 1, and down 1 to the right 1. Or I would move up 1, positive motion, and then negative motion, up 1 and negative motion. And then I would just simply take a straight edge, connect the points to make the straight line. Let's do a problem like number 4. I'm going to start at +1, that's my y-intercept, and then my slope here is -3 over 4. So I start at +1 with a slope of -3/4. If I count up 3 in the positive direction, I would need to move 4 in the negative direction. That's my next point. And I'm pretty much off the grid, so I'm going to come back to my starting place, and I'm going to move down. This represents my negative motion, but now I'm going to move 4 in the positive direction. And then just get a straight edge, connect your dots, connect the points to create the straight line. Probably you've learned this in the past, so this is just a little review. Let's do one more on the video. Let's do one like number 8 on the video. So here I'm starting at 3, and my slope is -1/4. So my starting point is +3 on the y-axis, and then using a slope of -1/4. If I move down 1, that's my negative motion. So I have to move in the positive direction on the x-axis. And then come back to my starting point. I move up 1, that's considered my positive motion. And then I'm going to move 1, 2, 3, 4 in the negative direction. And then just get a straight edge out, connect the points to make the straight line. And I think for the video, let's look at a few like number 10 and 11, because they are not given in slope-intercept form. If I wanted to take these and convert them to slope-intercept form, I could do that. So I would subtract the x, and then I would have to divide everything by 2 because y would need that coefficient of +1. So if I divided -1 by 2, I would have -1/2 x, and then 4 divided by 2 would be 2. So that would be taking this and converting it to slope-intercept form. And then for graphing purposes, I would start at 2, and I would move down 1 and over 2, up 1 and over 2, and then get out a straight edge, connect up to make your straight line. Looking at a problem like number 11, since it's on the screen, to take this and convert it into slope-intercept form, I need to isolate the y. So the first thing I would do, I would subtract 3x from both sides. And now I need to multiply everything by -1/2 or divide by -2. When I do that, I have this, -3 over -2 with my x, and then I'm going to have -6 divided by -2, making that positive. Since I had -3 and I divided it by -2, this now becomes positive. So I have y equals 3/2 x plus 3. So I've successfully converted this into slope-intercept form. And then I feel confident that you all can graph from there.